with Patricia Parks, who's one of our newer affiliates. Patricia, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gavin.
No problem. So today I just wanted to talk about your journey, really, from the moment that you started as a broker, right the way through
Mhm.
to what's been happening since you've been in our program and we've been working with you and getting your leads and helping you get them funded. So I always like to start with this question, and that is, why did you choose this industry? What attracted you to it?
Well, my mindset has always been helping others. I come from a medical background, my education, but I saw in this, in brokering, being able to find funding for business owners, that I am in a position, a real position, to be able to help people. So so this was, really struck um, my mind, and been able to do this. So I had started many years ago. We won't say how many, but the support was not there. So again, I was able to restart up and follow through with what I was trying to do. So my mindset again is helping others. And with the business owners, I don't want to just be able to, okay, here, I've got you a loan, go ahead and do whatever. I want to be able to refine that. It's not just a pass-by job for me. To make sure that I get the best fit for the business, something that will really benefit the business and help them reach their goals. So
Thank
that's why I got into this.
Brilliant. Noble cause. So when you first started out, tell me what the challenges were. What are the key things that you faced that you had to overcome?
Well, initially it was knowing what to say to people, finding the people that I need. Leads were a big issue, and then also I think another big issue for getting into business is also the support and the training that you need to get into, to be able to help people. So help the business owners. So this was the biggest issue: leads, and been able to know the knowledge, having the knowledge to work with people.
So, and I've been there myself, which is why this affiliate program exists. But how did that make you feel? You've seen this industry, you've got noble reasons for wanting to get into it and help people, and then you're in this situation where you can't get the lifeblood of the business, which is lead flow, and then you're in a situation where you don't really know what to do next. So how did you feel about all of that?
It was very intimidating, but I've always been. If I'm going to do something, then I want to know the ins and outs. I want to learn what I need to do, how to communicate to other people, and so until I did that, and getting some experience under my belt, then it's very intimidating to be able to make your confidence. So I'm talking about to someone, and then they ask questions. I don't know. So it's very intimidating to be, and they don't take you seriously either by not being confident and sure of yourself and having the knowledge to work with someone.
So even when you had a potential client, the fact that you didn't really know what to do or what to say affected your ability to actually onboard the client and work the deal.
Absolutely, yes.
And how long did you go through that phase for?
Well, when I initially years ago started it, it didn't last very long, so I had stopped. But when I picked it up again earlier, in recent time this year, then I had resources to go to and get some training, get some knowledge. I purchased some books on knowing the ins and outs of the different niches, if you will. And so I have a better understanding, and knowing that things can get through, you can work with a client and get them through to the end to get the goal. And I can do this by studying and going through the training, and a lot less intimidated about it.
So at that time, did you still have a mindset that this was an industry that you could succeed in and actually make money consistently?
Absolutely. Yes. Because I know that it is being done. I knew someone that had been doing it for years. And I'm sure he started out, when he first started out, he didn't know anything about it. But, you know, with experience and training and studying, you can get the gist of it. And as you go through with time, then the experience will certainly carry you through. And I know that money can be made here, and that is why I'm here.
Well, you're on your way to doing that now, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
And I think it was about 8 weeks ago that I reached out to you. So, I mean, at that point, given what you were going through then, and you were educating yourself, you were progressing. I don't think you had any deals funded at that point. Was that right?
Right. It took about, once I came on board with you initially, it was about a month and a half. And this, before I made my first closing. And this, you know, this certainly builds your confidence. I know it can be done. And it was a good fit for the client. And we're doing a good thing here. So that energizes me then to continue and know that this is possible.
Good, good. So I'm interested to know what attracted you to the program at the time. Why did you end up joining?
um, I think the biggest thing is the people, well, with you and some of the other people that I worked with. It was the attraction as far as being personable, being there to help. The team, there's a team and set in place. And you had the infrastructure there and the training, and the team comes together, and to help you carry, once you get that first client, and carries through to the very end. And I think that that kind of support, you don't get that in every place. Because I've been in many programs in the past, and you know, they talk, but they certainly don't walk their talk. You know, so but this is truly here in this group.
So I'm glad you say that, because the program is designed to be a collaborative and supportive environment whereby, and you've experienced this now, we have this sort of saying that there should never be a situation where anybody is sort of there thinking, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing next. Myself and Milton are always there at the end of a phone call or an email.
Right.
And even in the situations where you get into deals that maybe are a bit too complex for the knowledge that you have at the time, we jump in there and we help you get them over the line. So it's definitely, it's nice to hear that, your experience is exactly what we're intending to do. So thank you for that.
Right.
So we've got, I think, what are we now? Two deals funded, maybe a third coming up. I'm interested to know, given, all of that effort, all of that work that you've put in where you knew nothing, and now you're coming through, and I know you're a hard worker, actually, you hustle every single day. What did it feel like when you got that first one closed? Because I know you were pretty happy.
It was exhilarating. And I can't talk about it right now, but no, it was very emotional, because at the end of the day, yes, I reached a goal that I wanted, but also, even as important, I think, as myself, is that client that we were able to help them. So it was a great experience to be able to do that.
I think we're all really, really happy for you. And one thing I want to say to people watching here is that if you're really, really brand new to this industry, there are a lot of misconceptions. There's a lot of marketing. One of the reasons this program exists is that we want to cut through a lot of the noise. you can make money in this industry, and you can make a lot of money in this industry. Mid to six figures is not an unbelievable achievement or an outcome. But the thing is, and the reason you've succeeded, Patricia, is that you have to turn up every day and you have to do the work. You have to put the hours in. You have to keep pushing through. And there's a lot of times where you're going to be uncomfortable, where you don't know what you don't know. And that will happen every day, every single week. But it's also why we have this collaborative and supportive environment, because we know that will happen. But you will be uncomfortable. But so long as you keep pushing through that, as you have done, you get deals funded and you start to make money. And you know, it was hard work for you, wasn't it? I remember it. And then, you know,
Absolutely.
6 weeks in, I think it was, the first one funded, and then the second one's quickly followed. And now all of this work, that pipeline you've been building up, it's now starting to kick into play. And
Right.
it bode really well for 2020 for you. I know that much. So, Patricia, I'm going to finish with one more question, and it's a very simple one. If there are any other brokers out there that are perhaps in the same situation where, you know, they've got into the industry, they can see the opportunity, but they're a little bit stuck in terms of next. Maybe it's getting leads in, which obviously, you know, we help with, or what to do and how to control the lead, etc., to get it funded. What would you say to anybody looking for help out there and about our program?
I think that the biggest thing is make sure that who you are working with is upfront, honest, because you can get into a lot of scams out there, and work with people that is truly in the same mindset as you are, that you really want to help someone, help the business owners. I think patience is important. Be open, be trainable, be open to be able to be taught, open to instruction. And I think one of the biggest things is to treat this as a business, if that's what you're doing, a business. And I think it's important with not only business, but with life in general. Just show up and be attentive and follow through, work that business, work the day, and you know, things come together. I think it's important. You have a goal set, and you want to work through the day towards whatever you do, towards that goal at the end of the day. And I think that's important to do.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing, and thank you for your time, Patricia. We love having you on board. As I say, you're a hard worker, and I know there's some big things to come next year, and we're fully behind you and helping you achieve them. So thank you.
Thank you. I look forward to it, Gavin.
Great.